All right, Eugene, let's take a look at this property in Michigan. I really like setting up properties like this, and the reason for it is they're really straightforward. The place how we set up a property like this is just so predictable. The value of it is determined by what the neighbors do, and it's not like you're playing defense a little bit with the guys over here to the west. Don't know what's going on over here to the east, but one obvious thing about this property is we got a big block of timber over here. We got quite a bit of scattered timber over here, and you have the only way that the whitetails want to travel through there during daylight, which is either on this tree light down here or on this place through here. So if the neighbors allow you at certain times of the year or certain seasons to hunt this property and get some natural movement from this piece to this piece, when these deer want to go east to west, they're just about 100% going to travel through your place. So we don't want to mess that up. We want to make sure they're using this line of contiguous cover, this line of contiguous cover. And a full plan will cover a lot of tools that we have where we can add to that. How do we make those lines of contiguous more attractive? How do we keep human sight, sounds, and scents out of there so when there's deer are on our property, if these guys are letting them move and these guys are letting them move, we can take advantage of that without blowing it up. Another neat thing this property got is when you look at these hay fields that are labeled out here, is you look here, this is a great place for our wind to blow during daylight. Yes, the deer will use that some during daylight, but they don't want to be out in the wide open during daylight if they don't have to. And the only reason they're going to use these fields, they might travel through there at night, but they're there to feed. And if you have the food in your open areas, in your food plots and places where the deer feel secure, then the deer are going to gravitate to those areas, especially, like we said, we keep our sights, sounds, and smells out of those areas when the deer want to be using them. So let our wind blow here with the south wind, let our wind blow here with the north wind. Northwest, we're sticking over to here. Northeast, we can pooch in over here. This wooded area here, I don't think on this 40, I really don't think I would. The only place I might spend some time is where we have some inside corners during the rut, because we can sneak down to this corner and catch deer cut in this corner, right? And if we come up here, we got this line of cover here, maybe this corner here to catch deer cruising during the line rut. But on these smaller properties, on a 40 like this, the worst thing we can do, we just don't have as great a margin for error. If we owned all of this timber over here, and this was a part of it, and we had 120 acres put together, if I bump the deer off this 40, I'm still hunting them on my property till they forgive me and come back. If I bump them out of here, they can still set up over here. The bigger the property we have, the more opportunities we have for forgiveness. But on a 40, especially when our bedding cover is limited down to maybe we got 20 acres of a potential bedding area on this property, very difficult to get in there where those deer like to be. So I would the plan would lay off of that as much as possible. I'm going to focus still on getting us downwind of where those deer are going to bed during the rut. But September, October, with your road access over here, that's our access. Deer bedded here, deer bedded here. We can get into spaces in these open ag fields for the food to hunt all of September and October. Sounds kind of boring, but if I gave you 2 food plots on this property to hunt during September and October, I would never be in these woods in September and October. I might slide down here in the month of November to go after them, okay, month of November. But we don't need to be there. They're drawn to food, get a good feel for what the local ag is, and if this is just cattle country here, it's going to be the fields that are really maintained by those cattle ranchers. Looks like we got a little ag down here, some row crop here, some row crop here, row crop over here, and the deer might go that far at night, but our primary focus is going to be this is a pass-through property with easily identified places for our wind to blow at night. Key on the improvements that allow us to prey off of that and allow us to make the deer feel more comfortable using those lines of cover, and allowing us access to keep our sight, sounds, and smells out of there. So that's the basic attack. If you'd like more help, we're details on which improvements we'd use and where we put them into place. Nice thing is they don't really revolve around any extensive cutting like you said in your plan here you didn't want to do. It's going to be more about taking some of this hay ground out of hay production where it makes the most sense, so we can hunt those deer over and over and over and over again September, October, give us those lines of travel to take advantage of during the ruts. So hopefully we get a chance to help you with a full plan for this property. Skeleton plan for $99, or a 40-acre plan I think is $5.99 for a full aerial plan that includes a bunch of phone time and video time. And yeah, if we can help you out, let us know. Love to work this property for you.